Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following a touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun, it's Allen. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 164 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
What's that? Allen gonna throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. What is that? Another run for Gibbs here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Look out! Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and goal at the 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Commanders have moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now Stafford. Austin brings in the quick throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ready. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Gain of 6.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Complete to Austin here over the middle. And a wet pass midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. Because sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Stafford. That one taken in by Whittington. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First down. First and goal, Raiders.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up with first and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Neville Gallimore powering his way in and burying him.
Second down and
Well, I don't know
goal.
about you, partner, but I'm awfully glad I'm not an offensive guard. Could you imagine trying to stop the Canadian bulldozer Neville Gallimore? When he utilizes leverage in his hands and gets upfield like that, the quarterback's in a whole lot of trouble, as he was on that play.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
A 6-yard gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Nixon. And Nixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Oh, some strong running. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. Here's Allen. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Allen. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to have the Commanders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Allen going to run with it. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
What's that?
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground. That last run going to move him over 200 yards rushing now in this game alone. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 243 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
What is that?
Gibbs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. sacked back at the 9-yard line. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Raiders offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Stafford now to throw. Pass complete. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Raider first down. A gain of 22 yards.
Stafford. Got a man. That's Hunter. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now Stafford. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's another Raiders first down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
20!
Inside handoff to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now it's Stafford. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Raiders.
Now Stafford. A quick throw there is incomplete. From the 17, they work on 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Stafford now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Commanders 35.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 7, 1:09 to play. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10.
Middle.
Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. Now second down and a few inches.
10 yards on the pickup.
To throw is Allen. This is Jennings. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
On the play. And a Washington.
Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Brown it! Alert!
Here's Allen. And that's caught inside the 30. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
5 wide. Monday. What's that?
Throwing, Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
10 more yards. That's another Washington.
Allen. Allen going to run with it. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, in this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Regular. 56.
Throwing is Allen. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stafford. Throw left side, complete. That's Hunter. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Ready.
Back to throw. This for all the marbles. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
Oh, man, late in a tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
End of the line of the Western and Atlantic Railroad. That's where Atlanta was born. And their train horn still remains in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it signals whenever it's time for football in the town once called Terminus. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. On one sideline, look at the head coach of the Commanders. Her side still unbeaten at this point in the season. Across the field, that's head coach of the Falcons, Raheem Morris. His guys also 3-0 to begin the year, so this is one of the highlight games around the league this week. Welcome everybody tuning in. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt here as Jake Bates is going to get this started. And off we go from Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVP. He's finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow.
It's a gain of 22, and that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Look out!
On first down, Allen vacates quickly left side. Completes to DK Metcalf. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Look out!
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Look out!
Here's Allen. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's another Washington first down. A gain of
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Josh Allen, the touchdown. And this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Commanders 7, Falcons nothing.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And they're brought out by the league's elder statesman. Drafted back in 2005, now in his 40s and still going strong. Aaron Rodgers.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. To be the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Rod loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action here with Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Pass brought in by Parker Washington. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He tucks it and takes off. Rodgers slides down, and he picks up the first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot.
This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
Just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
319!
And in motion, out of the slot. Taylor again. And this time he gets in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch your breath.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown.
Kate, you saw me chuckling. You know I love celebrating that run, but you know what I really love? I really love watching those linemen, and they just get to celebrate. They love an explosive play like that. Doesn't mean a long, extended drive, just a whole bunch of celebration.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
14, Falcons 7.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. Searching well behind the line. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. It'll be Ryan Rico doing the honors. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. The Commanders and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Get a good push, get a good gain, get some positive yards. Job well done.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Another one for Gibbs. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble, but it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, Case. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
14. First down, Washington.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. Blitz coming here. Allen finds the in route complete. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Allen loses it. But it looks like someone from the Commanders got to that one. They'll keep the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. If I get that first hit, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
The coverage by Terrell Bernard.
What's that?
It's Gibbs on the carry. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They've invested some early touches in him, Brock, and the returns so far, I'd say very promising.
Kate, I've told you this story before, but it was the same play 18 plays in a row. You know, I was really good with that clipboard on the sidelines. 18 plays in a row. Peyton ran the same play. If you can't stop him.
Running quick there. They bring him to the turf. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
He scores. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle of the field open or close? Do I got a single eye or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 21, Falcons 7.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Blue 58, Blue 58, Taylor
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. By a man, he's in the clear. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
319.
Off play action. Here's Rodgers. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. They sneak it with Rodgers. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. We've got a tough QB. Once you put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 3 now.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Blue 58.
At the Commanders 47.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
43-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. A pickup of 17. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's another.
Kate, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Has room into the secondary. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a one-score game in the first half. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown.
The kicker on.
Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Look out!
Drive begins with Gibbs. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 30.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
What is that?
Again, it's Gibbs. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Look out!
A give to Gibbs. Same guy, same results. He's bottled up for a 2nd time. That's going to bring him to 4th down. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it.
4th down.
What's that?
They are going for it. Allen. Got his man. Hopkins has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
12 yards.
1st down from the 42.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What's that?
Here's a gift to Gibbs. Pulling into enemy territory. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
What's that?
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
What's that?
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Well, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in just a moment. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Look out!
Running once more with Henry. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
What's that?
3rd and long for him here. And Kelsey has it. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
Look out!
They'll run here with Henry. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd.
At the 8-yard line.
What's that?
There's another for it. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also...
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 28, Falcons 14.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
No.
Send the tight end in motion. First down throw here by Rogers. McMillan on the slant. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Rogers from the gun. And the Commanders' rush brings him down. Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd.
Rogers going to throw here, 3rd down. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll make the stop at the 46-yard line. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
And the Falcons.
1st down. Here's Rogers. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Working out of the gun. Here's Rogers. Here's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
And that return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run.
At the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
So entering the locker rooms, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our look across the NFL starts now, and we kick it off with a good one. And this is Jackson Dart. Hey, this NFL thing is not so difficult, apparently. One of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. The Vikings bounce back from the loss in Week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W. Next up, let's go out to Glendale, Arizona, checking in on the Cardinals as they play host to the Seattle Seahawks. And it's a 1,000-yard receiver from a year ago, Drake London. They put a lot of trust in him, and it's well placed. This, one of 3 touchdowns for him in the game. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the New Orleans Saints. And this is Caleb Williams. He'll decide to scramble here, and that's the right call. He's in from 9 yards out. The Saints looking to go 4-0. They lead at the half. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Starting the third with Taylor. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 48.
To the air on first down. Rogers couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up second down.
Harrison Smith on the
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
The throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And this one's going to move him all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. They'll cobble together a yard there. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here's Rogers. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
319! 319!
Now Rogers. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. On 4th down, it's Rogers. That's caught. He's got Washington. He's not going to get there. They hold him out of the end zone, partner, but it is still going to keep this offense on the field. They've got a 1st and goal.
That's another Falcons first down.
Taylor crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Gibson. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Escapes the defender. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And he has just earned something most running backs are never lucky enough to even approach. This is now a 200-yard showing for him on the ground. We've set it down from 37. Going to the ground again on first. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Washington first down.
Washington first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard.
Another one for Gibbs. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. All set to go now from the 35.
Washington Commanders first down.
Throwing now on first down, Allen. Checks it down to Gibbs. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders take a 13-point lead. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 35. Falcons 21.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Jones. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
Their own 23-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And the Commanders make the recovery. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
Second down.
Allen setting up to throw. Brings it in. And that is a Washington touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead off the turnover. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21.
Commanders 42. Falcons 21.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is first and 10.
319! 319!
Now here's Rodgers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Design quarterback run here. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
So that's a case where defensively you've got to keep your eyes in the backfield and be ready if they go with that drop play. Even an extra second to react, well, it gives them room for a gain just like that.
Rodgers is hit. The ball is loose. And the Commanders pick this one up. Won't manage anything after the recovery, so that is where they'll take over after the fumble.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
What's that?
Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he has this down to the 34. Well, we talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Finds Gibbs out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
What's that?
24-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. I think they might have taken that 1st down for granted there, Brock, and now their punishment is they got to figure out 3rd down.
Yeah, a little bit of questioning in some mind games now, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't that work out? Can we trust to run it here on 3rd down? Not a gigantic call, but one that certainly creates a lot of confusion.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's going to have the Washington touchdown. The Commanders capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Josh Allen, the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Folk on now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders grow their lead yet again.
Commanders 49, Falcons 21.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. On the return, here's Jones. This makes it up to the 25.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 27-yard line.
319.
On the draw, this is Taylor. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
Brought down behind the line.
The Commanders in the dime set for this 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Spots a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
And the Falcons first down.
No.
First
Green
and 10
18.
at the 38-yard line.
319, no.
From the gun, Taylor. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Falcon football, but this late, that lead might be too much for them to overcome. Back to the line they come, second down. They go again with Taylor. And this will only complicate matters for third down partner. They're sent backwards.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
A gain on the play of 58 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. Second and goal from the 9 here.
Brings up second and goal.
Gets it again. And this time he gets in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Commanders all set to regain possession. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes first and 10. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Again, it's Gibbs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
A 1-yard pickup. Brings up third and 9.
Air it out on third. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. All set to go now from the 35.
And the Washington first down.
On first down, it's Gibbs. He cuts it back right. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
First down, and they go right back to him. Here he goes again. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Commanders first down.
56.
Allen setting up play action. Looking to his fullback now. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
This is Gibbs on second down. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice wants to find the lane upfield and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Play action now, Allen. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders put up even more points in a win. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead.
Commanders 56, Falcons 28.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Short pass brought in. Get some space around midfield. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons making the scoreboard look a touch better. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Point after up and good from Bates. And the Falcons cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
56, Falcons 35.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10.
The Commanders and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. Drive begins with Gibbs. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
He's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Commanders first down.
Here's Gibbs on the carry. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
First down throw for Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their 4th sack of the game right there brings up second down.
7 yards. It's second down.
Gibbs to Gibbs. And second down only works out for a yard.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Third and long for him here. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
It's a gain of 35. First down, Washington.
From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Now Allen off the play action. He's got Smith again. And he's brought down at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Look out!
Again, left side for Gibbs. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. They only made it to 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have 3rd goal from the 5.
It's now 3rd and goal.
What's that?
Allen on the play action. Headed out right. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. This will end up as a touchback. The Falcons and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Start on the ground. Taylor. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
Blue 58!
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. A throw left side caught by Neighbors. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Connects with him down the sideline. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Rodgers. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons putting up points in a game decided. Jalen McMillan with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2. But as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
What's that?
They're going to pass it here. Into traffic, complete. And he gets the 1st down for the Commanders, and that should get them this victory as well. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
1st and 10.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Washington. Commanders to make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders stretch the lead to 23.
66, Falcons 43.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
319.
To throw, Rodgers. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. It took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say goodbye from Atlanta.